Hey guys, AvaConda here, and this video is going to be all about how to set up an ASMR channel. And I already recorded this video once, and I was all over the place, so I'm going to try to do this again. I don't script anything, I don't think about anything in advance, which I probably should. I just kind of work with whatever my brain's doing. But the first thing I would say is a tip I actually took from GB ASMR, and I should have done in the beginning, and it actually was an issue for me. Back when I was in Brazil, I had someone figure out where I lived, not down to the house, but down to the neighborhood, because I had all of my social medias linked. So, lock down everything in advance. GB's tip was great. She was like, think now that your channel has like 5 million subscribers. Plan accordingly. Right now, you may be the smallest channel. You may have no subscribers. But at some point, if you put the work in, you're going to have a lot of subscribers. So don't give away any of your personal information, your name, where you live, anything like that. Don't link any of your private social accounts. Keep everything separate. Create a different name if you want. Don't use your full first and last name. First name's great, last name not so much. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, I had a hard time with this. I still have a hard time with this. Don't answer private messages on any platform. I tried to do this, especially because Facebook has that like response time. And if you don't respond, it gets like 3-day response time or 2-week response time. But I've figured out that I haven't gotten any positive messages. Well, I've gotten positive messages, but usually they're creepy. So I will not answer any private messages, DMs from anybody I don't know anymore, whether it be good, bad, otherwise, spam, anything, because it gets me in a situation where I feel obligated to respond at that point. I'm answering some people and not other people, and then it usually ends up getting creepy, and then I have to be the bad guy, so I would recommend not answering private messages. That's up to you if you want to screen them and figure it out, but I won't do it. The other thing for starting a channel is to, again, make all of your social media accounts. So if you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter. If you don't have an Instagram, make an Instagram. It's important. It's very important to network that way. Even if you don't have a personal Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you should have one for your YouTube channel. It's important to spend actually some time every day liking and commenting and following and getting yourself out there so other people will see your stuff. Link everything back to your YouTube channel, all of that. Now with YouTube's demonetizing, you need to build a fan base, and you want to do it as quickly as you can. Not being monetized for a year it sucks. So you want to build that channel as fast as you can. Sorry, my contact lens is like doing some weird things. So that's tip number one. I spend a lot of time every day commenting on YouTube channels and Instagrams and following and liking and commenting. And you can really see the difference when that happens. All of a sudden overnight you'll get a bunch more like Instagram followers and comments, and it really helps. So part of this job is marketing. And the next tip that I have is about my equipment. You can start on any equipment. I started my YouTube channel back when it wasn't an ASMR channel. I started on my laptop with my webcam and my mic from my laptop. And then I used a digital camera and natural lighting. And then I used the Sony Handycam that I have now. It's an older one. It works great. It films in HD. It's awesome. I don't use the microphone on that. I used to. You can see in like the first few ASMR videos I have, like the ones where I was playing with beads, and like the first makeup video, the white noise was so loud. I know some people like that kind of lo-fi stuff, but for me, I felt some type of way about filming like that. You can absolutely film like that, and you'll absolutely get views and hits and likes and subscribers. For me, I wanted to put out the best quality content that I could. So my first purchase is this Blue Yeti microphone. I bought this little over a year ago, I would say. For me, I didn't want to go out and spend $1,000 on equipment. Airplanes, I'm so sorry. I live right next to an international airport and a military base, so I need to start like filming like a state away. But so for me, I didn't want to go out and spend like $1,000 on equipment to not get any reward just yet. You know, with 12 subscribers, I didn't want to go out and drop money on a bunch of stuff, not knowing if this would work out or if people would enjoy watching my videos or whatnot. So I went out and I bought the Blue Yeti. I ordered it on Amazon. Everything I use will be linked down below in the description. I am affiliated with Amazon, so if you purchase anything through these links, I will get a commission on that. No extra charge to you, but it does help me out and allow me to continue creating videos for you guys. So if you want to check those out, they're in the description. The regular Blue Yeti that I have is like the silver one. It's like 120 bucks. It varies from like 110 to 140, I think, depending on time of day with Amazon and color. So like the blue one and the black one are a little more, but I don't care about color. I have this windscreen on here, which is great for brushing, and if you want to use like foam or anything like I do, or slime or anything you don't want that getting in your mic. So just get the crummy windscreen and that way you don't destroy anything. The headphones I'm using are Dre Beats. They are linked in the description as well. They are the battery operated ones. They're a little bit cheaper. My computer, I have to get a new one. It's old. I can't actually run like Adobe Premiere or anything on it. It's just too old and doesn't want to handle it. It crashes, it freezes. So I currently edit all of my videos in Windows Movie Maker. It works. It takes a lot longer because you have to like manually line your audio up by sound and by mouth movements and adjust it half a second, and it's irritating. But my computer won't run anything else. So my next purchase will be a nice desktop, preferably something that does gaming too, that I can kind of increase and modify. And I record all of my audio into Audacity. So that is a free software. I'm recording into it right now. I can see everything. You can see the time. You can make sure your audio is actually recording by seeing all the audio peaks. So that's great. The lights that I'm using are Neewer, and Eewer, Neewer, I don't know. They are umbrella lights. The kit, again linked below, comes with 2 large stands, 1 like table stand, 3 bulbs, 3 hardware kits, and 2 actual umbrellas. So that kit was great. It was super cheap. I'll eventually get like a ring light and maybe some soft boxes when I get a green screen, which will be after I get my computer and get software that actually can, you know, do green screen. But for now is what it is. So I'm making this video with, I think I have 1,040 something subscribers as of right now. It's April 17th. I don't know when I'm going to put this video up. I record like 5 videos a day and then distribute them throughout the week, or sometimes I favor a newer one or whatever. So whenever this comes out, that's how many subscribers I have now, and I'm editing on crummy software. I'm using an old computer. I'm using free audio software. Like, you can do it with virtually nothing. My first ever ASMR video was recorded on my iPhone with my headphones as the mic. So you can do it. Start somewhere. See what you like, what you can do, what's easy for you. I don't recommend jumping right into roleplays. Roleplays are tough, and that was what kind of made me wait so long to do my ASMR channel, because I was like, how many trigger videos can I do? Like, I'm gonna have to do some roleplays, and roleplays were, I was so intimidated by them. So I didn't want to do a roleplay. But my advice would be start with triggers. If you are someone who doesn't like to have your face in the camera, just focus on the trigger. You know, turn the camera down toward the table or whatever you're doing and do it that way. Start with a non-talking trigger. If that's easier for you than talking to the camera, and kind of work up to that. But I would say for the role plays, to actually start role plays, start with things that you know. What do you do for work? What is your job? Do a role play of that. You do it every day. You know the script. So kind of modify it to what you can do on camera and at your house and whatever. People are usually pretty lenient with role plays. So, you know, you don't have to have the full setup behind you. But usually like a plain wall or something is preferable. I did one role play. It was right before I moved. So I knew I was going to be in like a new filming setup, an area. So I was just cranking out videos, and there was a bench press behind me, and I got eaten up in the comments. You can check it out now. So I will end up redoing that video at some point, but plain walls are good. So you don't have to have the full setup, but do what you know. My first one was real estate role play, because I was in real estate at the time. My medical role play was, the first one was a dental role play, and a dental role play in Portuguese, because I was a dental assistant in Brazil first. So I knew all those words in Portuguese. And I was a pediatric dental assistant here in the US. So those were things that I knew. So I was starting with things that I already knew how to say. I knew the vernacular, I knew the technical lingo, and I just kind of adapted it for what I could do on camera. Got the props, you know, and was able to kind of do it. So start with what you know as far as role plays go. Start with a simple role play. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to do like a cranial nerve exam. Just do like a face massage or a face mask or a, you know, something really simple, and kind of ease your way into it. I don't use scripts. I barely even think about what I'm going to do before I do it, which I should, because cropping and splicing and editing and lining up is a pain in Windows Movie Maker. So if I planned a little bit ahead, I might be better off, but I don't. So that would be my tip for you. My other tip is to get the Google Chrome extension vidIQ, and vidIQ is amazing. It helps you tag your videos. It shows you what videos your video is similar to, and shows you what that artist tagged, so you can kind of use some of their tags. It shows you how many views per hour a video is getting, how many views per hour your channel got last 48 hours, what percentage of the way you are to being monetized, which is great. I think as of this video, I'm 73% of the way to being monetized again. So I was once monetized, but I slacked off for a while. As far as filming schedule, I have a 3-day a week filming schedule. Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I try to post around 3 or 4 o'clock Central Time, and I usually schedule them a day or two before, so it's usually 3 or 4 o'clock. And right now, again, it's April 17th, I am trying to do 1 video a day for the rest of the month. I announced that I think like a week ago. I'm not currently working. I just moved, like I said. My boyfriend does work, he pays all the bills, so I'm trying to see, you know, if I put a lot of effort and time into this, where it could go, and if it doesn't really go anywhere, then I'm gonna go back, get a part-time job, and still continue to do this, absolutely, but go back and get a part-time job and, you know, kind of balance it out until this gets a little bigger to the point where I don't have to work anymore. So that's my plan, is to hopefully be able to do this full time for you guys. And I'm working my butt off trying to film all these videos and edit and get them up. So I do take requests. So if you do have any requests, let me know. I do have a Patreon. I would recommend getting a Patreon right away, because why not? I mean, it doesn't hurt to have one. There's no minimum number of patrons, but set your tiers for something that you can kind of sustain. Now, you can always modify your tiers later, but I would rather have them be something sustainable now than have to modify them on people later when they're already paying X amount of money a month. I don't want to tweak it on them. So I would try to get something fairly sustainable up there for your tiers. I currently don't have any patrons, so if you would like to be a patron or check out my tiers, you can check that out. Link is in the description as always. So that is something that I recommend, is getting a Patreon. You know, your friends and family can do it, and you can have some patrons on there. But it's also good for people who want to contribute to your channel and help to better your content and push you a little further, because the more income you make from this, the more you can put back into it. And that's how I see it. So those are just some kind of general tips for, you know, how to actually start the channel. If you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments, and I will try to make a follow-up video if you guys want one with some specific answers. But that's just kind of the general about the equipment I use and some tips for actually starting. You just gotta kind of do it. You can't be shy, you can't be embarrassed. You just gotta talk to the camera like it's a person. So if you guys have any questions, comments, anything, you know, leave me a comment or contact me on one of my social medias. I will not answer your DM. I might read it, I won't answer it. But, you know, if you leave me a public comment or message or anything like that, I will respond. If I don't respond, it's because I didn't see it. So definitely do that. Check out my Patreon if you're interested, and check out any of those links down in the description. I've also linked Elf Makeup, which is the makeup I typically use, another affiliate link. So all of that's down in the description. Click on those if you're interested in purchasing anything, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck on your channel. Bye-bye.